So this was a video I felt absolutely compelled to make because it is famously throughout my past, I mean, anyone who's kept up with me over the years would have heard me talk about this like umpteen times already. But Resident Evil 4, without a shadow of a doubt, has the worst, most disappointing trophy list I have ever seen for a video game. And when I say worst, I don't mean like because it's hard. I mean worst because it is the most poorly made, lazy piece of shit trash trophy list that exists. I mean, prove me wrong. Think of a better one. And I guarantee you can't, because any other list that's just as shit is probably for a game that is nowhere near as good, which makes it all the more offensive and insulting that a game like RE4 has a list this trash.
A little rough, don't you think?
Now, Resident Evil 4, we're talking about a game that means a hell of a lot to me personally. It's not only in my top 10 favorite video games of all time, as well as one of my most cherished childhood video games, but this is just absolutely unacceptable, and it is by far the most kick-in-the-balls trophy list I have ever seen. It is unbelievable just how bad this trophy list is. It's actually unreal. Like, it is staggering. I cannot believe, I still can't believe it to this day, after all these years, just how bad this trophy list is. And I really want to jump into it. I want to, like, really get into this discussion and talk about why and how this was even allowed to happen. So Resident Evil 4 got its first trophy list back on the PS3, and this was the trophy list we've got. It has remained unchanged after all these years, and this shit came out back in fucking 2011. No, couldn't have come. No, hang on. No, this shit came out on. No, wait, was it? No. On March 23rd, 2011. High definition remastered version. Oh, it was 2011. Holy shit. Okay. So this game got its first port and trophy list back in 2011. The date is actually not lying. For a second, I couldn't believe that it was that long ago, but it has been that long. And oh my god, oh my god. I'm gonna get upset just fucking looking at these trophies and even talking about them, giving them any sort of fucking limelight is gonna upset me, and it already is making my stomach churn, but here we go. So you quite literally get like 80% of this game's trophy list just by beating the game, which is fucking, oh my god. Like, story trophies are okay, like, I don't have a problem with story trophies, but when they make up the brunt of your list, my god, man, that is just complete and utter laziness. Like, holy fuck. Did they have no ideas? I would have loved to have met the creative team behind Capcom that was responsible for the port of this game on the PS3. Like, my god! And then, you know, at least we have this trophy. Clear the game on the highest difficulty. Like, at least we have that. You have to beat it on Pro. Thank God for that. Because, oh my goodness. And professional difficulty in RE4 is actually a lot of fun. It's challenging, but in a completely reasonable and fun way. Like, it's by no means like this strenuous, stressful endeavor. It's just a fun challenge, in my opinion. Getting all the bottle caps, that's fun too, because it's just a completely extra minigame that you as the player have the choice of whether or not you want to do it. It's completely optional. And it's also fun. I actually love the shooting gallery in RE4, so this was a good trophy as well.
Oh my god, how is that not it? Damn it! Don't laugh at me! Fuck!
And then obtaining all the costumes. This is a good trophy too, honestly. These 3 trophies at the bottom here, they're good trophies, and they make you actually, like, play the game in all the different modes. Like, in order to get, actually, I don't think you have to play as Simon Native for this. You just have to play separate ways. But you could have had a trophy right there to play Assignment Ada, because it's in the game. Not to mention Mercenaries mode. Oh my god. Okay, let's talk about all the trophies this game could have had and probably fucking should have had. It is unbelievable. How is this all that consists of the fucking trophy list? Let's ignore for the fact that this trophy list doesn't have a platinum. Like, that already is like, it always irks me when a game doesn't have a platinum trophy. I can't stand that shit. It really bugs me. Because there's, like, never a good reason for it. But other than, it just comes across as just pure, unadulterated laziness. And it's like, they just didn't give enough of a fuck to care about trophy hunters to at least put in a half-decent amount of effort to come up with a good list here. But unbelievably, this is how little they cared. This right here is a perfect visualization of what this game's trophy list meant to Capcom. But I digress. You could have had a million, like, just look at all the other Resident Evil games. The ports of the Resident Evil games, like fucking Resident Evil 1 Remake and Resident Evil 0. Those games had, like, well, I don't want to say great trophy lists, but they had good trophy lists. Well, I mean, I enjoyed them, but I know not everyone else would. To say whether or not it was a good list is, like, completely relative for those games. But there are still so many good ideas. Like, this game's trophy list honestly writes itself. It's a classic. It is highly regarded as one of the greatest video games of all time. But anyways, as I was saying, you know, you could have had a speedrun trophy, like beat the game in under X amount of time. You also could have had a trophy to gather all the treasures in the game, which is completely optional but fun to do. You know, it requires you to buy the treasure maps. Unless, of course, you're like me and you just remember where every treasure is in the game and you don't need the maps. But, you know, obviously not everyone's me and has played this game like 700 times. But, yeah, you could have easily had a trophy to gather all the treasures. You could have had a trophy to fully upgrade every weapon, which is very easy to do because when you go to New Game Plus, your shit carries over and it's cumulative. So you could have just kept buying new guns and fully upgrading them. You could have had a trophy to get, like, all the different infinite unlockable weapons, like the Chicago Typewriter, the PRL, the fucking hand cannon, which would have required you to beat all of Mercenaries, which also could have been trophies to get 4 or 5 stars on all the different Mercenaries maps. I forgot how many was the highest. I can't remember if 4 or 5 stars was the best ranking, but it's been a while. You could have had like nice little creative trophies for like beating the bosses in the game in a certain way. For example, with the Verdugo boss fight, you could either freeze his ass and blow him up with the rocket launcher, or you can fight him properly, or you can run away from him. There's like 3 different outcomes to that fight, and any and all of them could have been trophies. You could have had a trophy to backtrack for the broken butterfly because it's not incredibly obvious to everyone to do it. You could have had a trophy to loot a gold chicken egg because they're completely random, and you don't always get them.
Holy eggage, thanks! Thanks, chickens!
Hell, you could have even had a trophy for killing a regenerator without shooting all the plagas in it with the infrared scope. Like, there are a million different ideas here. Hell, oh, a great idea for a trophy would have been to defeat Krauser, which is the knife, because that's actually not only not that hard to do, but it's the optimal way to fight him, and not everybody would fight him like that. Like, it's not incredibly obvious to do that. Hell, a trophy that I would think would have been fucking hilarious, because this game has some of the funniest fucking death scenes, like, I've ever seen. You could have had a trophy for Leon to die in, like, every possible way that's possible. I would have had a field day getting that trophy, personally. I fucking love the deaths in this game so much. And there's so many different ones. Like, the list goes on and on and on. Hell, another trophy idea. You could have made it so that there was a trophy to kill both the El Gigante in the lava room instead of... Because usually what people do is they dump one of them in the lava pool and then they kill the other one standard. They could have easily had a trophy where you have to kill both of them standard. which would have been very reasonable to do if you had unlocked the infinite weapons, or if you're a fucking boss, you could have tried to do it like standard. But either way,
Are you shit? Fuck.
There are countless fucking ideas here for trophies, and it's so easy. It's like I said, this trophy list writes itself, and all those trophy ideas I just mentioned came off the fucking top of my head. I didn't have to think for like longer than 10 seconds for any of those trophies. It was just boom, 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 boom. Like, this is what I'm talking about. It's absolutely pathetic that this is what we got. Now, another thing I want to talk about, because this game has had so much time to correct this mistake, or rather, Capcom has had so much time to correct this mistake, and I will give you the factual proof of that. Because Resident Evil 4 got yet another port for the PS4 back in 2016, and this would have been the perfect opportunity to revise and update the trophy list. And you don't believe me? Well, guess what? They did it for Code Veronica. Now, if you guys remember, Code Veronica released right alongside RE4 back in 2011. The date's right here. And it had equally as pathetic a trophy list. I believe it's the exact same amount of trophies as well. Except in Code Veronica, they're way fucking harder to get, because getting the linear launcher and the rocket launcher, or I think it was the linear launcher. This trophy is actually very difficult to get. Getting a max rank on all the missions in Battle Game is not easy, and I know because I've done it. So the fact that this is a trophy, I would never recommend anybody get the trophies in the PS3 version of this game. My god. Like, busting your ass to max rank all the missions on Battle Game and you're not even getting a platinum for it? Ew! That's fucking gross. That's like way too much effort for something that's not even worth it. Like, your ass better be getting a fucking platinum out of that if your ass is going through this much trouble. But yes, they came out with a PS2 classic version of Code Veronica. Now, this is a direct port of the PS2 version of the game, whereas the PS3 version of Code Veronica was an actual, like, HD remastered version. So they are different graphically, and that's probably the greatest extent of the differences. I'm sure there's much more fine-tuned differences, but I don't care to look them up. Yeah, this came out back in 2017 for the PS4 in the PS2 Classics section of the PlayStation Store. And look at this! Not only do we have a Platinum trophy now, we actually have an honest-to-God fucking trophy list! And I actually, because I loved Code Veronica, I fucking love this game, I went and got the Platinum for it. And I had an absolute blast with it. Like, this was a great game. So why the fuck did Code Veronica get the fucking nice luxury treatment on the trophy list? It actually has a great trophy list, and it's like one that you'd be proud to platinum, because like I said, Battle Game is no fucking joke. It's actually quite challenging. So when you get this platinum, you're like, yeah, I did it! All my hard work and effort wasn't for nothing. And you actually feel satisfied and accomplished by the end of it. You could have easily did the same treatment for RE4 when it ported to PS4 back in 2016. It's like, what the fuck? You had every opportunity to fix this shit. And it's actually, like, the longer time goes on where it doesn't get a trophy list deserving of its name, is just more and more insulting and offensive. And you are talking to a guy who, you know, I already talked about how much I fucking love this game. I have done umpteen challenge runs of this game on my channel, and all the VODs are on my channel. I've done a no merchant run of this game, where I literally never bought a single upgrade or weapon from the merchant. I've done a handgun only run, where I was only allowed to use the handgun. I could upgrade it, but I can only use that weapon. I've done a fucking knife run of this game. And, you know, it's like, the knife-only run is, like, pseudo-possible, because there are moments throughout the game where you have to use a gun literally to progress. So a true knife run isn't actually possible. But I tried my fucking damnedest and ended up finishing the game only using the knife in the areas where I could get away with only using the knife. And it was challenging as fuck, but I did it, and I'm so proud of myself for it. And it's definitely probably one of my greatest gaming accomplishments. That's how much I fucking love this game. Clearly, I am very passionate about this game. It means a hell of a lot to me. And I've just never seen something quite this devastating and disappointing. Especially because I am not the only one who feels this passionately about this game. Like I said, Resident Evil 4 is one of the most critically acclaimed video games to date, and it's still a game that is so widely loved by everyone, not including the Resident Evil purists who love to bash on the game for changing it from fixed camera angles and tank controls. Those people aside, like 90% of people love this fucking game, and that's why it's been ported to every fucking console there is because this game is timeless. It doesn't matter how much time goes by, people will still love playing this game for the first time, and that's just a testament to how fucking amazing this game is. So why the fuck does it have a trophy list this bad? Anyways, I've probably ranted long enough about it. Let me know if you guys agree with just how disappointed I am. Let me know if you feel the same way. Hell, if there are any ideas for trophies that I didn't come up with for this game, feel free to shoot those ideas in the comments. I'll take a look. I like the creativity, the gears churning. And if you guys enjoyed this video, which I truly hope you guys did, please don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and of course hit that notification bell to support me. I'd really appreciate it. And of course I'll just shoot it out there. If you guys want more trophy related videos, any and all kinds, feel free to visit the homepage on my YouTube channel, where you can find many videos just like this one, and hopefully you'll like what you see. And of course, lastly, I'll say I also love to live stream on the occasion, so if you guys are ever around and you got some free time, you feel like stopping in, seeing what's going on, I'd appreciate that. I love seeing new faces, so feel free to do that if you want. Or don't! But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for me. Have a good one, take it easy, and I will definitely see you in the next one.